Hi everyone. So we've got snow again, so I thought I would get out the art, get out my new Brusho and give it a go and see what I come up with. So I bought a Crystal Colour Brusho set and it is a pack of 8 and it's mainly greens and yellows with a bit of red in there as well. So I've pre-prepared, and I thought this was quite clever. Obviously, I used some scissors and then a pin to pierce the top so that I can get the sprinkles. And I thought it'd be cool to put coloured clips in based on the colour of the Brusho. So that's moss green and that's olive green. So I've got green pins in there, lime green, green pin. Sandstone, I only had yellow, I didn't have a hot orange, so that will do, I know what I mean. And a yellow ochre, I don't know how to say that. Yeah, it wouldn't be a Kerry May Makes video without me not knowing how to say something, would it? So terracotta I've left, burnt sienna I've left, and rose red I have left. There will be a link below where you can get the Brushos off Amazon. So I'm also using my £1 watercolour set. Now this has been played with by children, so it has gone a little bit but it is a brilliant set for £1. If I can actually get into it. Oh yes, because the watercolours are so creamy. So I'm just going to give this a go. I've never used Brusho before and, you know, I don't really know what I am doing. So the first thing I'm going to do is just splat some general water around the page. And this has got no sort of pattern to it. It's just totally random. And then I'm going to give the page a bit of a random spray as well. So I'm going to take some colours. Being as I'm using green and yellows, I'm going to use green and yellows and turquoises on the page as well. So I want to get quite a lot of water on this. I want it to be quite runny. So you can see how creamy this watercolour is. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm literally just going to throw some random paint around the page with the water. Again, no set pattern to any of this. It's just dabbing it on, letting it mix in with the water that's already on the page, giving it a bit more splat. And I'll probably do a bit of a spray as well. I'm hoping that this is going to react very nicely with the Brusho. So I'm just getting another green there. Just sticking it in the little watercolour palette. Oh, that's a nice green as well. Not used this green before. Oh, that's lovely. Right, so a bit more water in there, I think. And just, again, no set pattern. This is just totally random. It's blending quite nicely with the water that's already on the page. Put a bit more water there. Yep, that's looking very nice. Right, let's see, I might have a bit of yellow. This is a bit sort of peachy yellow, I think, this one. Slightly peachy. Yeah, this one has interacted with another colour, so it's not the best colour. Maybe mix it with this one, get it a little bit stronger colour. Yeah, that's a bit stronger. That's nicer. I like that. So again, just, oh, there's not much water on the page. The page is drying up a little bit, so I'll just give it a little squirt. That's better. And again, no set pattern. I'm just daubing the colour onto the page and just trying to get a mix of colours as a sort of base. And just try and spread the colour around a little bit so that I get a lot of the page covered. I try and do sort of pages with a bit more white space, but it never actually happens. Whilst I'm doing things, I think, oh no, I just need a bit more colour. So yeah. Right, so that is quite nice. I'd like a little bit more wet here. It's all dripping down to this side of the page, isn't it? I should have probably clipped my pages first. Okay, so I'm going to have a go with the Brusho and we shall see what happens. If this fails, then I do apologise, but as I said, I have never... Oh my word, look at that. That is stunning. The effect that gives. Oh my goodness me. Oh my God. This just interacts beautifully with the paint. So I think this side needs a little bit more paint so that it can interact a bit more. I just love this. This is my new favourite thing. Absolutely stunning. Wow, and that's just one colour that's been added on there. One colour can do that. That is just gorgeous. So I'll give it a bit more spray. I don't want to touch that page because that page is so pretty. Right, so lid back on. Try a different colour. So this is the yellow ochre, or however you say it. And this, it's coming on quite a bit orangey, this one. Oh my word. That is beautiful. Make sure I put the lid on so I know which is which. Right, moss green time. Again, this is not looking moss green, this is looking brown. Wow, just look at how it interacts with the water and the watercolour. That is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I should have really got a cloth here so that I could dab some of this side water off. So I'm just going to use a little wet wipe. It's quite a dry wet wipe. It's not very wet. Wow, that is just stunning. I love it. It almost, it's a bit peacockish, isn't it? This bit round here. Absolutely beautiful. So that was the moss green, which comes on a little bit brown. So this is the olive green. This is looking brown as well. What is going on? Wow. It's so therapeutic. I could sit and watch that all day. Just how it interacts. Touch more water. Wow. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I am seriously loving this. So, sandstone, which I'm expecting to be brown, and indeed it is. So I think the page is drying up a little bit because this is not interacting so much. You can see it very slowly, look, taking shape. Look at that. That is just beautiful. I don't want to actually spray any more of the page because I really like how it's looking at the minute. So I think that this is probably going to be where I stop. You know, usually I'm like, oh, have I finished? No, I've not quite finished yet. That is finished. I love that. That is so nice. So I need to let that dry. I'm not going to use the hairdryer because I don't want it to run. So yeah, so there is a very quick tutorial on how you can use Brusho. Basically, just a little recap. I wet the page with my paintbrush randomly, then I sprayed the page with the water, then I added some green and yellow and turquoise to the page randomly. Then I went with different bits of Brusho, all in the greens, browns and yellows, and just sprinkled it on, sprayed a bit of water for it to react, and there we go, a nice finished journal page. That is perfect for backgrounds. You could make papers out of this. You could make journaling cards. Honestly, the options are endless. And I've used such a tiny amount. So it's such good value. Right, okay, brilliant. So I will leave the link below to the Brusho. And I hope to see some of your work. Please do tag me on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. If you use the hashtag KMMAM, which is Kerry May Makes a Mess, and you can also post over in my Facebook group, Kerry May Makes a Mess as well. Okay, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell. See you soon.